Good evening, brothers, sisters, and gender norm resistors. It's time for some more Powerwash Simulator with me, your host, Ollamh. Welcome. Now I did go ahead and run through a couple of the bonus DLC stuff, the ones that I probably wouldn't do because they're just massive and I don't know that much about Final Fantasy. I'm not that wound up about Tomb Raider, so I just went ahead and did those. Just to score us a little bit of extra scratch to improve, to get the next power washer. So with that said, let's jump into it. Of course, give the OBS time to realize that we're here. So last time we let's see here, we did a car for of Esther Death's old car. We finished up the Esther Death's old house, and found out that apparently there's like a UFO supposedly in the volcano, but we don't know. The sources aren't exactly the most trustworthy. Like they seriously, like, they thought that the markings were Enochian and they were actually just like the notes to the builders as to where to put like gaps for sewers and water and stuff like that. So yeah, we now have like a lot more money, so we have more than enough to buy the Prime Vista 3000, and we can actually go ahead and buy the equipment for the Prime Vista 3000 as well. So let's see here. Prime Vista 1500, 3000. There it is. Okay, 3000. Wait, is it just the turbo nozzle? Is that all that's available for it? Oh no, there it is. There's the Prime Vista 3 short extension. Prime Vista 3000 long extension. We'll go ahead and buy the soap nozzle because that's handy. So yeah, we need $200 for the, or no, we need $120 for the turbo nozzle. But that's fine. That's fine. We can manage that. So yeah, we're gonna go. I think we're gonna start with Clean the Forest Cottage. This is H&G Hexenjäger. Obviously, it's supposed to be Hans and Gretel Hexenjäger, because Hexenjäger literally translates to witch hunter. We are two humble confectionaires, brother and sister, living on our own deep in the woods of the national park. And there's absolutely nothing strange about that. Right. Already not trusting them. We are also the creators of the finest gingerbread ever to grace the country. But to stay on top, we need constant reinvention. And our dream forest home has become a grubby grotto, affecting our ability to dream up wonderful new recipes. Can you come and restore our cottage, and with it, our creative flow? Danke. Sure, we can do that, no problem. Not that I am fully believing their bullshit. Because, like, alright, so yeah, we can, no, it's E. So we can actually go to the Prime Vista 3000. Yes. So if I remember right, this one has some, yes, this one has some stuff here too. If you noticed, I know it's natural for people to be suspicious, but really, we really are who we say we are. Yeah. So, what's up with this? This is highly suspicious. like, why is there, why do you have a picture depicting a fake robbery? And what is with this pink stuff? So the pink stuff almost looks like a dye pack, doesn't it? Like the dye packs that they put in stolen money, so that when it gets a certain distance, it pops. Yeah. See, this is highly suspicious. I think people have the right to be suspicious of you guys. All right. Oh man, this thing just cleans like a dream. This isn't even the best one yet. We don't even have to use the green tip. We can just like chill with the white nozzle and just be like, yep. It even takes care of the moss. This would have been nice to have with the car, as it takes care of a lot more stuff. Man, glass is still really tricky. I don't know what it is that gets on that gets on the glass, but man. Right, there's that. There we go. It's got that little side bit there. All right. Well, we should probably start at the top and work our way down. All right, there's that. Now let's go ahead and get our medium extension out. Just so that we can do nice sweeps along. Yeah, like their whole, oh yeah, the people are suspicious of us, but really we are who we say we are. We promise. Like you are protesting way too much. I mean, not that I'm like any kind of law enforcement or anything. I'm just the cleaner. It makes it sound like I'm justifying my involvement in cleaning up after criminals. again. Am I cleaning up after criminals again? I might be. But I don't ask too many questions. I mean, it would make sense that, like, cleaners probably would deal with the criminal element more than they know and more than they intend. Just because of the fact that, like, you know, criminals are worried about making sure that everything is cleaned up. Obviously, there's some parts that are still dirty. There we go. All right. That side's taken care of. Okay, so yeah, your wind vane is very bad. Like, super bad. Like, how long have you been here? Did you just steal this from the real Hans and Gretel? You do realize this thing is supposed to move, right? All right, you know what? We're going to go back to the urban. Because, dear God, this is just some seriously caked on crap. Thank you. All right, there we go. Oh, that sounds much better now. I realized that my headphones were like way down because most people don't seem to understand the idea of, like, you know, having some headroom for their sound and stuff. All right. Let's come out as far as we can. There we go. That's better. Oh yeah, that's much better. All right, now we can, not you. You, yes. All right. Back up and over. Slow sweeps. Seems like we got some pigeons here, too. I am a little concerned about Mother Hubbard, though. Or Martha Hubbard, I guess I should say. Because, yeah, when she was like, oh, hey, it's, you know, the kids are so quiet now because of supposedly because of everything being clean. She's like, I can hear the birds singing and all this stuff, and I can hear my own heartbeat. Is that normal? It's like, no, that is not, it is not normal to be able to hear your heartbeat. You might want to have that checked out. All right, so we've got a little, oh, right there along the, yeah, there we go. All right. Oh yeah, we're taking care of most of it. Yes, we moved here just a week after that bank robbery, but people move house all the time. Wait, I thought you guys said you've been here for a while. I thought, like, this was, you know, you're the famous, you know, confectionaires, and, like, you were needing this place clean so that you could get your mojo back. Yeah, something about their story just ain't lining up right. Which I suppose shouldn't be much of a surprise, really. So, should I be, like, calling the police and saying, hey, so, yeah, you guys know that bank robbery that you guys are that you guys are investigating? Yeah. Might want to check this house out. Like, that's pretty much the constant. That is pretty much like the constant problem with bank robbers and criminals and stuff. So they never know when to shut the fuck up. Like, the number one rule for anything, anytime you're talking to the police, is usually just shut the fuck up. Whether you're guilty or not, because, like, yeah, the police, they're just looking to get their arrest numbers up. Oop, oop. Controlled fall, please. that. Sweep this top here. All right. Wow, this was so dirty that it actually just kind of like blended into what I was looking at before. That's bad. All right. Ooh, ooh. Okay. There we go. This should be a good spot to get it all. Or most of it, at least. Maybe not quite all, but close. Actually, probably should go back to the snub-nosed gun here. Just to keep everything nice and wide. All right, that frame is done. I suppose we can go ahead and just, like, do this section in front of it, too. There we go. That's looking much better. All right. Let's hit this side. All right. And there we go. I love how I apparently have no feet. All right. And yeah, we've got this side of the big piece here. All right. do not want to pick up the fucking scaffolding, especially from here. That would be way too much. Not even sure how I would pick it up from all the way up here. I'm not sure how I pick it up, period. You might say I bear a slight resemblance to Floozy McGee, but she was much younger than I am now. Wait, what? You might say I bear a slight resemblance to Floozy McGee, but she was much younger then than I am now. And such a happy soul. So she was younger then than you are. Well, yeah, you were younger then than you are now. Like, that doesn't make any damn sense. Like, that's how time works. Alright, so there's got to be some... Oh, yeah, like right here. There we go. It's got it. Alright, so this entire section of the roof here is pretty much done. Don't you just love it when people try and, like, double talk you like that? Like, oh, yeah, she was younger then than I am now. It's like, well, yeah. That makes sense. All right, there we go. They think that they're making a point, but it's like, you're really not. You're really not making any kind of a point. Other than time is a linear thing. I'm pretty sure all of us already know. She was a happy soul? That's kind of unusual to say about a bank robber. Oh, this little window? Yeah. Not quite a witch's window, but... To be a proper witch's window, it would actually need to be at an angle. Probably the typical, like, what I'm guessing is typical for around here. I'm guessing that, like, I'm guessing that what most of this is like, you know, like soot and stuff from the smoke of the volcano right of, no, that can't be the volcano. The volcano is like constantly putting out smoke. which I guess is normal. At least for this area. Wait, one of the dye packs exploded up here too? Really? That doesn't seem right. I mean, unless initially they were trying to hide some of the loot in the chimney, and it popped, and that popped and just like, yeah, blew out the top of the chimney. I suppose it's a possibility. Especially seems to be on all sides. Yeah, they do like to give us scaffolding for the tall jobs. I was wondering when I was gonna, like, mistakenly run off the damn edge. I knew it was gonna happen sooner or later. All right. I was afraid I was gonna fall when I was doing the weather vane, especially with the far end where it's like, you just have like a couple feet of surface to stand on. All right, there's that. sure we get this nice and done up. All right, I think. Oh no, we got that Eve to do. Okay, so we've got that. We've got that. We do not have this, however. Oh, there we go. Sidewall. The sidewall continues on down there. Chimney's done. This side is done. Right, the side roof frame is, there's the bottom. There's the bottom and ends to all of this stuff. So I think we're ready just to go ahead and drop down. Yeah, I was gonna say, I figured probably like the back end of it. All right, there's that. Go ahead and get the Eve on this one. Basically finishing up all the touches for the roof. Right, front side. end here. I love how they kind of already outed themselves as, hey, yeah, we just moved in like a week after the bank was robbed, so we couldn't have done it. Hansel looks nothing like Rocky McGee. Hansel has a huge beard, long unruly hair, and defeated eyes. Rocky was young, clean-shaven, handsome, with such spirit. How do you know that he had such spirit? Also, don't insult your brother like that. Not nice. I sound like their mother or something. It's like, don't insult your brother. So apparently the thieves were brother and sister, which of course doesn't do anything to help the case of these two. All right, you over there so that I can hit this one. This side wall's part of that same upper side wall, so we'll go ahead and finish that too. All right, so main roof cap is done. All right, so all of the stuff that we were continuing on from up top is done. Now we just have to worry about the stuff that we couldn't reach from the roof. Right, and we'll just keep going around until we get to the back to the front. snub nose. I need to shoot up close and personal. Right, now I need the extension. I've often wondered, how do windows like that even open? Like the round ones? You just never open the windows, or... I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't remember seeing that one ding, but I wasn't sure. So we need to hit this one from the bottom. There we go. Let's say, I'm like, come on now. Maybe we'll leave this wall till last. I'm thinking we may just go ahead and leave this part till last, because it's like, this is some incriminating shit, man. Rocky would never run away from the law and hide out in a dark, dank cottage for years claiming to be a baker unless he was completely desperate. Yeah. The more you guys talk, the more obviously guilty, the more it's obvious that you are guilty as fuck. Like, come on. All right. Back to the snub nose. All right. Oh, this is easy. I just realized I haven't been hitting the baseboards either. All right, so extension. Give us the yellow boy. Something that'll still provide a wide range rather than like something narrow and sharp that's probably going to, you know, shatter the glass. I mean, they're not as cruel as like the Viscera cleanup detail or, you know, the crime scene cleaner or something like that, where it's like, hey, yeah, so if you hit it with too much pressure, things are going to break. Of course, that's one of those things that could make for a really good challenge. It could make for a really good challenge style. It's like, hey, so yeah, shit can break now. It's like, you need to be careful when you spray stuff and how powerful you're spraying stuff and all of that good, well, not so good stuff. All right. You know what? We're going to switch back to here because oh, this is all part of the door. Okay. I thought maybe the hinges were separate, but nope. Wait, the door frame's part of the door too? Like, I know that sounds silly, but it's like normally like the door frame is like separate. But not on this one. There we go. I have played a few cleaning type games in my time, yeah. Just a few. All right, up and down on you. Gotta use the proper technique. All right. And apparently we also need to do the wall. The fence, yeah. But with this new power washer, that's easy peasy. Oh, okay, that's all part of the same stone wall. I thought maybe those, because those were like end pieces that were actually attached part of the gate, that they would be different, but nope. They're all just part of these shorter walls. Or at least that wall, the other one was shorter. This one's gigantic fucking. This is where they got artistic with the wall. So apparently these two have been, like, pretending to be Hansel and Gretel for years. Wait, did that just move? Did that just move when I bumped up against it? Yes, it did. You are in the way, sir. What idiot put you there? All right. You done? Yes, that post is done. Okay. Always one last little thing that's like, oh, hey, by the way, did you do this? Did you realize you're supposed to do this? There we go. All right. No, I wouldn't be so upset with them if, like, I found out that, hey, so, you know, the bank robbers, their original dream, their big dream was always to have a bakery of their own, but they couldn't afford it and stuff and all this stuff, and then they're like, hey, you know what? Let's rob a bank and then buy a bakery and live out our life just being bakers. Confectionaires. At least you're giving something back to society. Although technically they would be giving back to society even if they just like robbed the bank and just like stole the money and stuff, because I mean they'd be putting it back into circulation and probably spending it and giving it to people that aren't quite as wealthy, but you know, not always a bad not a bad thing. You just have to think of it as a redistribution of wealth, basically. Whoop, 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 cut. All right. Stop. Windowsill, yeah. Okay, that one is all done. Good. I think that, yeah, the door handles are special cases. There we go. All right. Well, if it wasn't for the fact that I needed that I won't need stars in order to be able to buy improved power washers, I would totally leave this up. Like, we've cleaned everything but that. See, now they're just showing their appreciation for banks. Let's say, I'm like, wait a second, we should be like, all right, we have a frame, we have the door. Really? We haven't finished the door? I thought we did. Oh, right. Okay, the tops of the hinges. There we go. All right. Gable frames. All right. What's glowing? Oh, that's one. Okay. Alright, so the back wall should be like the only thing that's... Alright, there's one roof cap that needs to be done. This one? Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't. There we go. Alright, timber frames... doesn't really tell you much of anything. I forgot to clean its bum. All right. And there's one timber pillar. This one? Oh, hey. There we go. All right, so now we just have the side wall. Really, it's just the painting of the bank. I hate destroying somebody's art like this. Apparently there are garden gnomes all around. Oh, yeah, there he is. I see you, sucker. I can't hit you, but I see you. All right. Thank you so much for making the cottage look wunderbar. It feels like a stain on our character has finally been removed and we can get back to our true passion. Also, into my mind has recently leapt the recipe to a magnificent new custard strudel. Yeah, I really do think that that's what happened, is they stole the money, but they already knew what they wanted to do, was they wanted to create a bakery. So they stole the money, bought a house. That was the money to start up their bakery business. I think that's what it was. Yeah, Rocky and who? Rocky and Floozy McGee. All right, so yeah, now we can go ahead and move on to the skate park. But give me just a moment here. I need to run up and grab myself a drink, so we'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. Yeah, I mean, not entering through the front door with stolen money does kind of make sense. I also kind of wonder if they entered that way or if it was a case of, so for example, you know, they had the money, they had some of the money stored in the basement, some of the money stored in the chimney. And that was when, like, the dye packs decided to explode. But anyway, let's get to work on the skate park. So yes, the park warden yet again. This guy, I swear. It seems our little town is going up in the world. Muckingham Skate Park has been chosen to host the next country championship. Ordinarily, I'd leave the sullen types to roll around in their own filth, as they're wont. But if it's getting into the papers and on TV, we can't have people seeing all that grime and funny writing. So, I want you to hit it with everything you've got. Yeah, he is not one for cleanliness, is he? What is that? What is whose van is that? What, they have a baseball? They have a baseball thing? Oh, hey, look! You can actually see the kids park. I recognize those roofs. All right. Anyone ever explained to you what kind of compound? What? Anyone ever explained to you what kind of compound they use for these structures such as these? Is it creosote? You seem to love that stuff. Dude is a serious freak for creosote. I don't know why. I think it might be like his family business or something. All right, where is the next break? Oh, there it is. Okay. So it's right there. All right, the kitty's been through here too. Are we just following the cat? Like, it really feels like we're just following the cat. Go ahead and go with the snub nose here, because we can't get very far away from There we go. Like, I really do kind of wonder why the park warden is so obsessed with, like, building materials and stuff. Like, did he want to go into construction when he was a kid, but he was, like, the only job he could find, the only job that was available was, like, fucking park warden? Right? Like, yeah, he doesn't really care about the parks. There we go. All right, that's got all of the benches. Cool. Get me up high. All right. So we need to take care of the tops of these things first. Yeah, see, like, everybody's got, like, a top and stuff, but it's just like, yep. All right. Let me put you over there. What, I can't. Okay, so what do I got to do to get to the outer wall? Oh, here we go. All right. We're on the outer wall now. We're nearly the outer wall. Really worried about the upturned edges so much as like the very tops. And of course, again, the question is how did the top and the inside get so dirty, but not the outside? Like, did the park warden just like come along and be like, hey, okay, so we're going to take, you know, we're just gonna take a little bit. We're just gonna like, we're just gonna worry about the outside because that's what the public's gonna see, and everything else, all the stuff that the skaters are actually gonna have to deal with, well, who gives a fuck about that? I mean, he said it himself. The only reason he's having this place cleaned is because, you know, it's going to be on, it's going to be in the papers. Oh yeah, there's more cats in number 2. Yeah. That could be. Ulysses could have sired like a new fresh kingdom of cats. I mean, pretty much as they put it, I think there's more of everything. Except for cost. There's no extra costs. Which sounds like, you know, sounds kind of like a slam against the AAA gaming industry. How everybody's like, oh no, it's got to be $70, $80 games. That's how much games cost these days. The only reason they cost that much is because, well, we go way over fucking budget. And we know that we can get away with it. Because what are you going to do? Not play video games? All right. Wait, can I just... Oh, I can just, like, walk up this thing. All right, cool. I'm not quite sure I should be able to, but... All right. Looks like the top of everything is pretty much done. So we're good to just, like, really focus on the walls. Oh, wait, you know what? I don't think everything. I don't think everything is... I'm pretty sure that I did not... Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty... like I said, I was pretty sure that I hadn't done this wall yet. It'll make things so much easier if we just do the tops of everything now. That way we can just focus on the wall, on the sides. And we're good. Ah, yes, the graffiti under the dirt. PWS? I'm gonna assume that means Powerwash Simulator. And not Park Warden Sucks. Especially with the Future Lab there. God, this new Pro Vista 3000 or the whatever. This one makes it so much easier. Like, so much easier. I still swear I hear, like, ominous rumbling. Like, I suppose it could be traffic, but I don't think so. It's true, he does. The park warden does indeed suck. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to find, like, if his name was here somewhere. Like, he used to be a skater. Man, that is some seriously grimy grime. All right. Gotta love the, yep, good enough. Like, yeah, you still obviously have some stuff to go, but nah, that's good enough. We're not going to be dicks about it. All right, there we go. I was going to say, I'm like, come on now. Yeah, whatever that van is out there, that is where Ulysses was going. Like, he was going pretty much straight for that van. Did somebody maybe, like, kidnap him with the promise of catnip or something? Goodness, this is a pretty strong grime, really. You know, everybody talks about that, like, geometric S there. They're like, oh yeah, we all drew it in high school. It's like, no, I don't remember seeing anybody. I don't remember seeing an S like that back in school. Like, maybe it came around after Gen X was done, but, like, seriously. I mean, how the heck do you even make a slope out of concrete? It's called a form. It's not that unusual. As with just about anything that you make out of concrete, you know, you have a form that you pour the concrete into, you let it set and dry. You know, you let it set, then you remove the planks from the form and you let it dry. It's not that unusual, sir. I don't know what was drawn on here. I don't think I want to know what was drawn on here. Like, I was around skaters when I was in school. I do not want to know what they spray painted on a long, thin piece of wood, of hard surface. Nope, not even curious in the least. I know their sense of humor and their sense of style and stuff like that. It's like, nope. They are the ones that these days would jump into this game and the first thing they would do is draw a penis on something. Which I pride myself in never having done. Yeah, this stuff looks like serious mud. This stuff looks serious. Vector 3? Is that a band? A gang? A board? You know, a shop? What? I mean, one of the things that kind of breaks it for me as far as like, oh, hey, this is a skate park. These are skaters and yeah, it's like, okay, so why is there not even a single like cartoon character smoking weed? I guarantee you anybody who people who graffiti a skate park, yeah, that you are going to have like, you know, a Calvin smoking weed or something. Something of the sort. I can promise you. Alright, give me the ladder. Whoa, what the hell did how did I launch myself off like that? How did I do that, and how do I avoid ever doing that again? Alright, there we go. Apparently, I have skateboard-like reflexes and reactions. Like, yeah, like, okay, yeah, that is exactly what it is. So, because I'm like rounding up, because I'm like launching myself off of the edge of that. So it's almost kind of like I'm on a skateboard. Which is actually kind of a cool idea to put into the game, where it's like, hey, only in the skate park, but yeah, you have, you know, you can do skating tricks just by running along and jumping at the right point. Not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. Now, trying to do this job on a skateboard, that would be tricky as hell. You would have to make sure to turn the skateboard sideways before you go shooting the water. Otherwise, you're just gonna go rocketing away. Again, I don't know how I picked up that picked it up from where I did, but all right, there we go. Yeah, you can go back over here. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's like soot and then like serious mud action there. Like, my God. Either that or, like, you know, there was a crowd here and they all had some bad tacos. Okay, that was unexpected. It's just like, yep, good enough. Okay, now that's just artistic as hell. Like, that is framed perfectly. I almost don't want to take that one down. But I'm getting paid. mean, honestly, any non-offensive graffiti should be left up for the skating event. It's kind of it's almost like a regional identifier in some ways. It's like, yeah, you should probably leave the graffiti up. Because I would not be surprised if, you know, some of the people that would come to this would be like, you know, some of the brands and stuff would be like, hey, so who drew this? Whose graffiti is that? We want to work with him as far as, you know, as far as drawing advertisements and stuff. At least a smart company would do that. Goodness. All right, this one, this metal has some serious ground in oil or something. God damn. There we go. Wait, why does this wall have a lip? That seems kind of strange, doesn't it? Apparently that lip is very porous in nature, because my God, it does not want to come clean. Like, why? Apparently that's just part of the upper floor. Sure doesn't look like part of the upper floor. It looks like it is a very specific step up from the upper floor. Could mean the upper floor is not actually the upper floor. It's the middle floor. There we go. Gotta do a little hop every now and then. Nothing major, just a little bouncy bounce. Alright, this one is not nearly as bad as that other, thank goodness. It's dirty, but it's not like oily and stuff. Oh, wow. Okay. Hey there. I've got one heck of a filthy sidecar, if you can fit us in. I can run it up to you if that helps. There's only one thing I know about concrete. It's that it likes to be as flat as possible. You don't know shit about concrete, sir. So, okay, CM and FP, that is Calvin Miller, and God, I don't remember what he said her name was. That was his first girlfriend, whose old house he bought and moved into. That was whose backyard we were taking care of. I never put it I don't think I ever put it together before, but yeah. I was always wondering who, like, I knew there was, like, somebody's profession of love here, but I'm like, I don't remember ever actually putting it together that it was Calvin Miller and, oh God, what was her name? Hang on a moment here. Let's take a look here and see, clean the backyard, messages. Yeah, this was Calvin Miller. Funny enough, my first girlfriend, Florian Perez. Florian Perez, that's FP. So apparently Calvin Miller was a bit of a graffiti artist back in the day. Which also tells you exactly how long it's been since this place has been cleaned. Alright, I think that's all of the walls. Yes, that's all of the walls. So now we just need to work on the actual, like, jumps and stuff and the floor. So let's go ahead and clean off the the full pipe. We'll go ahead and clean off the full pipe, and then I think we'll call it a day. I'll be thoroughly embarrassed if somebody looks up the original playthrough on here and finds out that I'd noticed it back then too, because it's like I really don't remember like realizing who that was, but it's like, yeah, it makes sense, especially with how reluctant everybody is to clean stuff. But that's part of what I love about this game in particular. Is it's like, yeah, it really does just like they don't just like leave it and say, oh well, we're gonna mention this one person one time and then boop, gone. It's like, no, we're gonna kind of like sprinkle in like Easter eggs and bits of the story and stuff around it all. Like each of these things has a story, and that's one of the things that gets me about some of the people that I've seen that have reviewed this or other games like this back in the day. Is it's like, yeah, they're like, they try and say that like, oh well, you're doing this, but there's no story, there's no connectivity. It's like, yeah, there is. Like Calvin Miller moved back into town. He's a volcanologist dealing with the volcano. He leads us to his parents, who let us know that he's a volcanologist. You know, there's the whole story with the mayor and his missing cat Ulysses. There's a lot of stories, a lot of stuff that all connects into an overarching story. Yeah, it definitely has not been clean since Calvin Miller was a kid and on his first girlfriend. But yeah, so tomorrow we're going to start off by working on the flooring here. And then we'll probably hit the sidecar and then do the fire station. I think that's what we've got. Yeah, we've got clean the fire station and clean the motorbike and sidecar. But that is going to have to wait until next time, because we are all out of time for today. As always, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new here, don't forget to prod that subscribe button. If you want to be kept up to date of when we go live and stuff like that, make sure to ring the bell, but also check out the social media links down below. That's our Facebook page, our Twitter account, our Tumblr account, our Blue Sky account, and the permanent invite for our Discord server, where I try to make sure to notify you guys of when we go live and stuff like that. For example, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time, we'll be back with more Red Dead Redemption 2. And then the following midnight, we'll be back with more Powerwash Simulator. All that so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Oh.